Should you put a Wal-Mart battery in your Jeep? Some people say they're the same battery as an AutoZone Duralast. They have the exact same cranking amps when you get the same size, except they're $20 to $50 cheaper. Is it really worth it? Well, you be the judge. Watch the video. All right, ladies and gents, we've got a problem with this right here because it's getting the battery keeps going dead and it's really slow starting. So let's go check it out. All right, so the first thing I did was I charged the thing overnight, and I got the battery up to, if you can see on here, 12.63. So we know that the battery is at least charged to the proper volt. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use this battery tester and check the cranking amp. So this battery has 800, I know that's upside down, 800 cold cranking amps. So on the battery analyzer, we hit enter, and it is a regular liquid battery, and it is SAE, meaning it is the US version, and 640. So we're going to adjust this to 800. Okay, now we've got it on 800. Hit enter. It is testing. Test error. So let's check it again. Okay, this battery is only testing at 292 cranking amps, so it is bad, and it's not very old either. Another thing we're going to check for is a parasitic draw. So what we're going to do is take this DC amp meter. I think it came from Harbor Freight. It's an Ames brand. And what you want to do is you want to take your clamp meter, make sure it's rated for DC. Most of these are not. And you put it on AC current, which is, amperage current, not AC current. Amperage for DC, that's what that means. And then now that it's on there, you want to zero it out. And on this particular one, you have to hit the select button and it zeros because it's very sensitive up there. So now, see, right before you do it, you hit 0 and it'll get it real close to 0. You see? Then you take it and you, with the vehicle off, it is pulling, I know it's upside down, 0.95 of an amp, or about. That's too much. This thing should not be pulling more than a quarter of an amp at rest, and it's been off all night. So we also have a parasitic draw somewhere. So I'm going to deal with that later, but right now we need to replace this battery. Another way to check it, if you don't have one of these clamp meters, you can use just your regular voltmeter, unhook the negative terminal, and put your leads here in series. So you could take your one of these and kind of move the terminal to the side and put your voltmeter in series between the clamp there and your terminal and the battery, and then see how much it pulls that way. But these DC clamp meters are very easy. Let's check it one more again. Whoops, first thing we want to do is, again, we're going to zero it. Come on. Oh, you know what? Let me move these out of the way. Okay. Zero it. Clamp it. And yeah, we are above spec. So now to fix that, all you've got to do is take your fuses here. You can start with this one, and you can start pulling out each fuse. And when that drops to 0, you'll know at least what circuits it's on. And then you can go to the inside fuse panel and do the same thing and narrow it down even more. But that's really not our main problem right now. The problem is this battery. So let me go see if I can find a receipt. And how did I know this battery was giving me problems? It's because it sounds like this when you try to start it. Listen. There you go. Definitely bad. Get back. Oh crap, I think I got to take. As you can see, this battery was just made. I mean, this is the year 2021, so it's not quite a year old. And I think these Wal-Mart batteries have 3-year free replacement. So let's go check that. See what I just experienced. So I went into Wal-Mart I don't know if you can see it, but to exchange the battery. Had my receipt, and I even brought this, the battery tester. And the reason I brought the battery tester was just to check the voltage of the one that they were going to give me off the shelf. Didn't think there'd be any problem. So I get there, bring it up to the automotive counter, and told the lady what was happening. And she goes, "I'm sorry, sir, I can't help you because our battery tester is broken." I said, "That's okay. I brought one right here. I can show you. I've been on charge for a week. It holds a charge, but it doesn't. It only shows 200 and some odd cranking amps. It should be like over 600." She goes, "I'm sorry, I can't help you." I said, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa. What do you mean you can't help me?" She said, "I don't have a battery tester. It's broke." And I said, "Well, this is an automotive department. You sell batteries, and this is the largest company in the world, you know, Wal-Mart, and you don't have a battery tester? I'm sorry, but that's not my problem. I need a battery." She goes, "I'm sorry, I can't help you." I said, "Well, I'll tell you what, call the manager." She just kind of looked at me, and I see why she looked at me, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. So she gets on the phone, and she, well, actually what I said was, she kept telling me no, and I said, "Well, look, I'm not going anywhere," and I was very polite. I said, "But I'm going to apologize in advance, but I'm not leaving, and you need to call someone of authority. This is the largest company in the world. Somebody is in here bound to be able to make a decision on a $100 battery." And so the lady, I guess a higher manager comes in, and she listened, and she said, "I completely understand," and basically give him a new battery. And the lady was like, "But," and she says, "Give him a new battery." I said, "Look, you can test it. I'm sorry. You can go down to AutoZone and buy your own tester if it's broke." And then she said something like, "It's been broke." I'm like, "Well, I can't help that. You should have a battery tester." So I guess the higher level manager walks away, and I didn't realize this lady I was talking to was actually the department manager. So the little guy comes up, and I said, "Well," he goes, "Yeah, we can't even balance tires because our tire machine's been broken." And I said, "But you sell tires, don't you?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, that doesn't make sense. So you're selling tires but not balanced." And I said, "It sounds to me like your department manager is the problem, because this stuff needs to be fixed. Otherwise, you shouldn't be selling this stuff." And the lady just looks at me like with evil eyes. And yeah, she was the department manager, the first one I was talking to. So shame on her, I guess, for not taking care of the customer. So then she proceeds to tell me it's not fair that you're getting a battery and those that don't throw a fit don't get a battery. I said, "Yeah, you're right. It's not fair, and that seems to be your fault, not mine." And so then she hemmed and hawed, gave me the battery. So I guess the moral of the story is, you know, it's not really worth me saving $20 to get this battery at Walmart. I don't know. You know, that's why I go to my local AutoZone where they know me, and I don't know what to say. I got the battery, but it put the employees and myself in a very uncomfortable situation. So, all right, let's go put it in. By the way, now's a good time to clean all this out. If you've got an XJ, clean the rust off of those. I've done that many times. There's also a battery sensor, which is right here, heat sensor. So if you have a battery heat sensor code, check engine light, chances are it's that piece right there. Okay, watch this Husky ratchet. So I'm gonna, all right, this Husky ratchet, watch this. I'm gonna start tightening, and what happens is it was flipping back and forth. It didn't do it this time, but that button is kind of stuck down. So I need to go swap this ratchet out. Hasn't been used very much. I always check this sticker. This battery is a few months old, but try to get the latest that you can. After the manager put this in the basket for me, and normally I would go and pick out my own, but since I caused such a scene, we'll go with that one. All right, we got it all hooked up. Everything's good and tight. Oops, I need to tighten this. All right, let's see how she starts up now. Let's see.
The world is full of science.
Yep, that's how she's supposed to do. Oh, by the way, the parasitic draw, was this right here. So I didn't film that, but yeah, so if you've got these little USB adapters in your cigarette lighter, they will draw your battery down. So what I try to do is just kind of pull them out. I like to get ones with the light on it, like right there. So if I pull it out a little bit, I know when it's not making contact anymore. That's my GPS, just keep that out. So that worked out well. Also, went to Home Depot and they gave me another ratchet because that other one just kept switching on me. You know, this old kit, interesting story about this old kit. I keep it in here, but I had to recently swap out this ratchet also. It was getting stuck, and I had to buy this kit. I was broken down on the in Orlando, Florida, one time, and walked to Home Depot, bought the kit, bought an alternator, and put it in on the side of the road. So, but anyway, I mean, they did swap it out, but my God, these things hadn't, as you can see, they're not used very much. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this Husky stuff. Well, all ended well. This little battery tester from OEM, I got it at AutoZone, as you saw in a previous video. This thing's really neat, and it also, you know, saves a lot of, it does save a lot of guesswork. So I recommend that. It's only got a 90-day warranty, but if, you know, if you're not checking batteries every day for a DIY guy like me, it ought to work out well. So on the future video, we're going to do this Blackstone oil laboratory testing kit. So I'm going to change the oil in one of the XJs, and we're going to send the oil off to Blackstone Labs, and we'll see what the state of the oil is. I've been using some pretty cheap oil in it. I think it's Haviland oil. I'll double check on that, but it's been in there a little over 3,000 miles on one of the XJs, so we'll see how the engine's holding up. So are the Walmart batteries really any good? I mean, they seem to be okay. It doesn't matter what you buy. You know, it doesn't really matter what you buy because you can always get a bad lemon in that in the batch. So I'm not going to diss on Walmart batteries, but it was a horrible experience there, and it's really no excuse for them not having a battery tester. So thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.